So New York State is looking to ban Glocks because of an uprise in Glock switches. Let's dive into this because this is absolutely mind-blowing. On May 7th, anti-gun New York legislators introduced a bill designed to completely ban the sale of Glock handguns and other semi-automatic pistols. Their bill S.9225 comes under the guise that Glocks and other semi-automatic convertible pistols can easily be turned into machine guns through the installation or attachment of a pistol converter, more commonly known as a Glock switch. New York does these things where they have no clue what they're actually doing, and they think it's going to help. You have the SAFE Act, which makes it so you can't have any features on your AR-15 because it's scary, it looks threatening. And then now you have a ban on the most popular handgun because of criminals who put switches on them. It's not people like me or you who are causing these problems. I'm sure as not putting a switch on my Glock because I actually like to aim and hit when I'm f***ing shooting. But then you have these dumbass criminals who think it's cool to put a switch on their Glock because it makes it full auto, and they just spray and pray like it's Call of Duty. It's mind-blowing to me the levels that New York State goes to with these types of things, because what is this bill actually going to do? It's not going to stop crime. It's not going to lower crime rates. It's not going to do anything for anybody. Criminals can still get their hands on guns. Look at New York City. You can't have a gun in New York City, and yet you have all these criminals who somehow magically have them. But no. Criminals, they got to follow the laws. It's the law. They have to do it. And yet you have the city with the most restrictive gun control laws that is one of the highest crime rates in the entire country. It's absolutely mind-boggling. New York State lawmakers are intentionally targeting a major firearms manufacturer and banning the sale of their product because criminals who don't obey the law in the first place could illegally acquire handguns and then illegally alter them further. So why not, instead of just letting these criminals roam the streets, do something about it and put them behind bars, instead of making these silly laws that really only affect law-abiding people? This is New York's whole motto. They don't want anyone to have guns. They don't want anyone to defend themselves. And this is why you see numbers of people fleeing the state, because there is no way to protect yourself. You shoot someone out of self-defense, you're screwed. And yet you have these criminals down in the city that are killing people, that are harming people, robbing people, raping people. They get off scot-free. Under federal law, machine guns are already heavily regulated items, so what might be the real intention of this law? To initiate the framework for a complete ban and total confiscation of semi-automatic handguns, all made possible through New York's handgun registry. Many people I know carry Glocks and other striker-fired pistols. Well, too bad, you can't have those anymore. Because you have people, legislators, who have no education in firearms, no knowledge, coming up with these kinds of laws. And this is how the state has always been and always will be. So now what's going to happen if this law gets passed? I doubt it will. You're going to have all the gun right activists filing against New York State. And you have this in the Bruin case that happened. Instead of actually stepping up and doing something, as a state should, to protect the law-abiding citizens, they just want to keep taking away from you. They don't want you to be safe. They don't want you to protect yourself, your family, your friends, your loved ones. No. They want to completely ban guns in total. And this is why you have things like this, like the SAFE Act. Oh, you want to have an AR, an assault rifle with features on it? No, sorry, you can't do that here. And what does it do? Nothing. Because that's what school shooters use? It's an AR, it's scary. You shouldn't be allowed to have one. And yet people continue to elect these legislators into power that make these laws. This law was made by a Senate in Brooklyn. So let's dive deeper into this bill a little bit here. So what they're doing is that they're classifying anything that is a convertible pistol, such as a Glock, which you can put a switch on, in the same category as a machine gun, because that makes any sense. And here's their justification. Pistol converters pose a rising significant threat to public safety because they can be and increasingly have been used to quickly and easily convert semi-automatic pistols into fully automatic machine guns, bypass current prohibitions against the manufacture, sale, and possession of machine guns in the state of New York and on a federal level. Simply because Glocks are susceptible to this type of illegal conversion, they want to completely ban them instead of actually solving the root of the problem, which is these criminals that have them. And here's what they say. This bill will hold firearm companies that produce convertible pistols accountable for their failure to address this problem and the dangers it possesses to New York State. So it's the manufacturer's problem that they're susceptible to these switches. New York State doesn't want to get hands-on with it because, they can't do shit. They can't do anything right. So they're now putting it on the manufacturer because these legislators and DAs and judges are too lazy to actually prosecute criminals. And so here's the crazy thing is that if you already own one, you're fine. But if you want to get one, sorry, you can't. So if you're in the process of getting your pistol permit, you better pray that they hurry up with that if you're looking to get one of these susceptible guns. Because once this bill is passed, good luck, you're not going to be able to get them. It's absolutely crazy. And this is why you see thousands upon thousands of people leaving this state, because the state does absolutely nothing to prosecute criminals and only does things to make it more difficult for law-abiding citizens to protect themselves and their family. This person commented, "This bill does nothing to criminals. The soft-on-crime policies in New York has created total chaos on our streets. All bills like these are just attempts at removing our Second Amendment rights. It's already illegal to convert a weapon to full auto. Anyone with common sense will know this. And yet, they're doing nothing to stop the real criminals who can get whatever weapon and ammo they want." Like, it's just... the comments on here are insane. It's absolutely wild that this is the levels that New York State goes to with these things. And there needs to be a change. You obviously have a rise in crime, a rise in homicides, and yet these are the bills that you're putting into place. You'd think as a state you'd do better, but no. And this is why the state has the worst crime rates in the entire country, other than California and a couple other places. Let's maybe go about this the right way and get to the root problem, not this. It's absolutely insane.